Hey everyone!
Good evening.
We were just doing two things before we went to air there. We were reading all the places that all of you are tuning into the session from. I was. Well,
I was not doing
that.
that.
Well, there's everybody saying where they're from, and it's like a list of all the states in the union, basically.
Excellent.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, a big group tonight.
Yeah.
Fun.
And the other thing we were doing was fighting spam monsters. Which,
the spam bots are like really getting our Facebook page today.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody saw that, but there was a bunch of comments in the Facebook event if you're on there.
Hopefully if you're here, you're not overlooking at the Facebook event, but if you are over there,
don't click on anything
on the event page. There's a bunch of spam monsters over there. The dangers of the internet, I guess, in 2020. It's wild. Anyways, okay, so usually I say a bunch of things at the front, which I guess I already did. My plan didn't work.
Yeah.
I said to Chris, we're just going to go right into a set of tunes right at the start, and we're not in the set of tunes yet.
No.
Whoops. Okay, so we're going to play a set of tunes just right at the start here, and then we will do our normal introductory talking sorts of stuff. So grab your instruments, and we're going to start off with a couple tunes here that I taught in my Irish Arts Center class, which just finished up, actually.
Yep.
That's the third class that we've done online, or like the third semester.
Yeah.
Which is just wild.
Did you think when you started it that you would go for more than even one semester?
No, absolutely not. No. I thought it was strange that we were even going to do one semester online, actually.
Yeah. But it works well, right?
It actually works pretty well, yes. But it's weird not to actually be able to hear anybody.
Yeah, that is weird.
Anyways, we're still not playing our set of tunes here. So the set of tunes is Eileen O'Riordan, which is a slide that my level 2 students learned. So I hope you guys can join in there. And the second tune, I have to look at my notes. Kerfunten, or Kerfunken, whichever way you say it. And then the last one is The Black Rogue, which is a really common in-person Mario session tune, and we realized that we haven't played it in forever on the virtual session.
Yep.
So we'll end with that one. Okay, here we go. Okay, Chris, not
too fast.
Too fast. Hashtag not too fast. We have to have Anna make us a sticker that says not too fast. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. start with.
Excellent.
We should always start right off with a set.
Yeah, we should. Sometimes we don't.
That was great, and I think that I think almost everyone was playing because there was no commentary happening.
It's because we played it at a reasonable speed.
Yes, we played common tunes at a reasonable speed, like we're supposed to be doing all of the time. That was great. I hope you guys were all playing along there. Okay, I suspect there might be some people who have not attended this session, possibly. I say that based on numbers of people that said they were coming from the Facebook group, which means nothing really. It just means nothing because nothing means anything anymore on the internet. But if you are new here, I'll just really quick introduce ourselves. My name is Caitlin Warbelow.
My name is Chris Ranney.
And we have been doing this for, this is actually the 49th virtual session, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
And so if you enjoy our antics and tunes and guests, there are 48 of these that you can go and watch after this and play along. The idea is, of course, that you guys are playing along with us. And also there is always a robust chat happening in the chat window. So if you're new, that's like part of the experience. At least for me, it is. Yeah. So if you can watch it on your computer or in the YouTube app, then hopefully you can access the chat and you can tell us hello and where you're from and all of that sort of good stuff. I won't go through all of the extra stuff. There's tons of other resources for the session. You can look down in the description here to find links to the Facebook page, the website. The mailing list is important if you do continue coming to the session because we send out some of the tunes ahead of time if you want to learn them before you come and other goodies. But you know all of that stuff, hopefully. I'll mention the main thing, which is that this whole thing, all 49 sessions and Tunes of Play as a whole, is entirely funded by community contributions. And that is how we pay our leaders and keep this whole show in the living room.
Yes.
It's not on the road anymore. The show is in the living room.
It's actually got stuck in the living room.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's fine.
It's fine. I mean, I'd like to see all of you, but anyways, the contribution link is right here
somewhere
on Chris's head.
You can't click it, you have to type it in. But there's a clickable link in the description of the video, and Caitlin will put the link in the chat.
If you click on Chris's head, he
I'll actually just pause
screams.
the video.
Oh,
that's not true.
Well, let me see what happens when I click on your head. I'll put the link in the chat as well. Okay, and let me look at my list.
Don McIntyre has announced that everyone sounded good on the last set.
Oh, that's great.
They all played along and sounded good. That's true, Don.
I heard everybody, and I can tell you have all been practicing. Yes. Okay. So there's lots of we have some amazing guests first of all, and we're going to introduce them in just a second. Yeah. There's also always a theme for the session, which sometimes we do stuff with, and sometimes it just sits there and exists. Today it's more of an just existing there. Yeah. But the theme is favorite lyrics. If you want to send us a picture, or we're going to do a little game on that subject later, but that's the theme if you want to play along. It's really very open-ended with the theme. But before we do all of that, I was thinking there's a lot of cool things that we have to announce during the session that you can either participate in or watch coming up or play along with or whatever it is. And I was also thinking, I didn't tell you about this little speech I'm going to give. I'm going to keep it short. Yeah. Because I know you don't like my speeches to be very long. True. You don't like them when they're very long. Yeah. I was reading the news and I was looking at we're not even going to get into the news, but there's lots of bad stuff happening in the world. And I just wanted to say that though we try to keep things happy and exciting on the session, we are always thinking of everybody out there who is perhaps not doing well or in a bad spot. And I hope that our excitement doesn't come across as not knowing what's going on in the world. You know what I mean? And so we're really feeling for everybody out there, and hope that you're doing okay and staying safe and wearing your mask and washing your hands and all of that sort of stuff. Okay, that's the end of my speech.
That was good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't rehearse it, so. Okay, so moving right along. The guests for tonight are really, really special. I was calling them trad royalty earlier in the session post.
That's accurate, I think.
Yeah. Especially Mick Moloney, who is one of our three guests. When I asked Mick if he wanted to lead the session, I said, who do you want to lead it with? Usually it's one other person. And he said, well, I want to have Brendas Castles and Haley Richardson as my co-hosts. And I said, that sounds That sounds spectacular.
Yep.
So we've got the 3 of them, and then we have 2 special guests today, Donie Carroll, who I saw in the comments. Hey, Donie. And Flynn Cohen, who is new to us as of the start of Tune Supply.
Yep.
But incredible musician and a great guy. So I think we're going to get started off here.
Yep.
With
we've got a set of tunes. Brenda's going to lead this one, so this will be a set of tunes with Brenda and Mick and Haley.
Don't forget to play along.
Yeah.
I'd like to say hello from Ireland, where it's howling a gale outside today or tonight. And I'd also like to say thank you to Caitlin and Chris for all they've done since they started Tune Supply. We'd all be lost without it, I think. So long may it continue. Well, as long as it's needed, and I hope that's not too long. But I'm sure it'll take on another form when it's not needed in this form. So thanks to Caitlin and Chris. Myself and Haley and Mick are going to play another couple of tunes. Being from County Meath, I better play an O'Carolan piece. So this is one called Madam Maxwell. A fun fact about this one is, well, a not very fun fact, is that we played it in our All-Ireland winning under-12 group of Kjol back in the 80s, I think. I'm not quite sure though. And we'll go into a reel called Kiss the Maid Behind the Barrel, so be ready for the change in tempo and in rhythm. So Madam Maxwell to start. 1, 2, 3.
Woo! It's a good start.
Yeah.
Good start. Okay, so we have lots more of Mick and Brenda and Haley.
Plenty more. A couple songs too.
Yes, there's actually 3 songs on the session tonight.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're often kind of lacking in songs, at least as many songs. I mean, if it were up to me, there'd be like half songs at all.
There's actually like basically half songs.
Today it's half. Yeah, definitely. We haven't had any dancers in a while, though. We
should organize that.
Yeah, we should probably work on that. So I have a picture to show. I can't remember if I showed this on a previous session or not, but
I think you did.
Did I? Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna show it again because it's one of my favorite pictures. So I grew up in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I was lucky to have tons of the top-notch Irish trad players come to Alaska. Not me. I just said I was lucky, and the whole state was lucky. It wasn't just me. That sounded egotistical, but we had a lot of the amazing Irish trad players come up to do concerts when I was growing up, so I was able to meet a lot of my heroes. Yeah. One of those people, of course, was Mick Moloney, and I have a picture of myself and 2 other young Fairbanks fiddlers opening for Mick Moloney when we were in high school. And that's Mick there in the middle and Marie Riley on the right, and I'm on the left there in a plaid skirt, which I'm pretty sure that was the only time I wore a plaid skirt.
Your mom probably made that, right?
No, my mom thought that skirt was way too short.
Oh, I see.
That was from a store, but I think I had to convince her that it was okay to wear it on stage, which probably involved wearing really thick tights, I would guess, something like that. But anyways, so Mick and I go way back, is what I'm saying, to when I was in high school, and I thought it was a cool experience at the time, but now it's just extra cool knowing how life has turned out and how now we're friends in real life. So it's really a pleasure to have him on the virtual session. Again, this is his second time, I believe.
Yep, I think so.
Okay, and then 2 quick things. The first one is that we have been, I just want to mention this because it's cool. We have been creating cliff notes of the sessions, Chris has. And basically, we just list out all the tunes that have happened on all 49 sessions and link them to thesession.org in case you want to cheat and look at the sheet music. And so the link, is there, and you can't click on it, but you can type it in, and I'll put it in the comments there. So if you want to go back and refer to anything, we're working our way through. What are you on now? 25?
25 sessions are up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it'll probably be a bit because we're working on a couple other big projects, which we'll tell you about.
There's some craziness happening in the next month, so it might take us a while, but
take us a while to get any more up, I think.
Yeah, we're about halfway there. Yeah. So just so you know. And then the other thing, I've been meaning to do this for many weeks. We received this tote bag in the mail a couple months ago from Pete Shug. And I don't know if you can see, but there's dinosaurs on it that are reading books. And you may know that we're big fans of dinosaurs, and we have of course, mascot here, Avocado the dinosaur. And Pete sent us this in the mail, plus some Guinness glasses. And it was probably one of the best gifts that we've received during the pandemic. And I mention this because I take this bag everywhere. I went to Alaska, and we've gotten about 50 compliments on it. And I've been meaning to say to Pete, because I can't say it in person at Mary O's, thank you for sending us this. It's really cool.
We use it every time we go shopping or out in the world at all.
It's our favorite bag now. And I also want to say, we're not asking people to send us anything. Please, you don't need to send anything. But we just wanted to note, Pete, that we love the bag so much. Okay. So I think we should have some more tunes.
Yes, we have another. What's that? I think some hornpipes from Mick, Brenda, and Haley.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So myself and Mick and Haley are going to play you a couple of hornpipes now. The first one is one of the Peacock's feathers, the minor one. And the second one is a tune I got from the Nave Porrick Ceilidh band, a hornpipe called The Smell of the Bog, which always makes me laugh. So join us in these ones. 1, 2, 3.
Do you think this would be a good time to show off our new woo?
Oh, I don't have it ready.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, man. Okay,
we'll wait till next time.
Next time. Well, we have a collection of woos that people have sent us. The regulars know about these.
I can show off an old one.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, that's good.
Woo!
I like that.
Yeah.
We last time on the session we said that people could send in more. We haven't had a submission in a long time, and we did receive.
We received
one,
but we're not ready to show it yet.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot,
yeah.
And it's from somebody whose name starts with P and ends with ter.
Yeah.
And it's great, but I've never heard a woo quite like this actually. Yeah. But we can't play it for you yet because we don't have it in our program. But we'll load it in for next time. Yeah, maybe we should put it on the Thanksgiving concert.
Maybe.
So Peter Rayhill, thanks for sending us the woo.
Yes, received and noted. Received and
noted, and you guys can send us more woos if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a while since we played a little game on the session. You may recall that we actually had one of our themes was games a few weeks ago.
It was, yeah, favorite games.
There was more than a few weeks. That was like a month or more ago. Man. I really like playing games. And Chris, do you like playing games?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
So we're going to do a quick game here on the subject of favorite lyrics. But to participate, you have to be able to chat. So just get your chatters ready for a minute while I show you a few of my submissions to the favorite lyrics theme. Okay, so, we usually have pictures for themes, and lyrics are hard to put in pictures. So I used Microsoft Paint to create this.
Good.
And some of you might know that my favoriteest lyrics, my favoriteest song is Desperado. And now you're going to laugh because everybody thinks that's kind of silly, but you got to take a look at the artistry of this song. Like, let's see, those three arrows point to my favorite ones, but these things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. I mean, it's deep. It's really deep, right? And what are the other ones here? Freedom, oh freedom, well, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world alone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's one of my favorites. Okay. And then this one is not a very well-known tune, but the reason that I chose it was because there's a lyric in here. It's a John Prine song called Long Monday. Dan Lowry introduced me to this. And this circled bit reminds me of the pandemic, actually. Pandemic times, right? Gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. Gonna be a long Monday, stuck like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again and again. Yeah. That's like, that describes 2020, very appropriate, right? Yeah. Okay, and I have one more for right now. Yeah, this is by a band called Ockerville River, who I was introduced to by a friend of mine a long time ago. And I'm actually not going to read it because it's really dense. But if you get a chance to listen to any of their stuff, or even like the lyrics are kind of like poetry. Yeah. So this, especially with Christmas coming up, I highly recommend this one as well. Okay, so those are 3 of my favorites. We do have a few community submissions. So
it's tough to submit a photo of your lyrics.
It's hard. It's
easier to just put them in the chat or something.
Yes. So what we're gonna do? Okay, this is the game for tonight. And don't worry, we're getting to tunes in just a second. But I like to send people stuff in the mail after they win things in the chat, basically. And I was just at the picking up the CSA box that we get. And I saw this on the counter, which was the Bronx Green Market hot sauce. And you've had this, right?
Oh, this is the one I have, actually. Yeah. I think I have this in the fridge right now.
Do you have the red one or the green one?
The red one.
Okay.
It's good. It's not very hot. It's like medium. It's not super hot.
It's made with serrano peppers that are grown in community gardens throughout the Bronx.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Okay, so this is the prize. And this is a 2-part game. And the first part of the game, if you recall, we did this before. The first part, what you win for the first part is the judgeship of the second part. So you get to be the judge for the actual contest, okay? Everybody remember this?
Yes.
Chris doesn't like when I do this. Okay, so the first part of the game, which you're going to put into the comments, is what's your favorite lyric, like one line from an existing song, okay? So don't make anything up yet. This is existing song. What's your favorite lyric? And it can be funny, it can be clever, it can be deep, whatever you want. Throw it in the comments, and we will decide who gets to be the judge for the actual contest, which is later.
So if you want to win the hot sauce, don't enter the judgeship contest. Or do.
That's true, but yeah. I mean, you should enter. You should enter.
Everyone should enter.
Everybody should vote.
Yeah.
And you can vote more than once in this context, unlike in the presidential election for any given country. You can vote as many times as you want. Okay, great. So let's move on. While you're doing that, we're going to have a song from our first special guest, Donie Carroll. I haven't seen Donie in a really long time. Actually, we haven't even played a gig together before the pandemic for quite a while. Yeah. But I used to play with Donie all of the time in Queens quite a bit. And I just love Donie's singing, and accompanying him on fiddle is one of the most fun things that I've done in my musical career here. Also, Donie is one of the most generous and kind people that I have ever met in my life. And I miss him, and I hope you're doing okay, Donie. So here's a song from Donie. Enjoy.
This is a song, folks, called The Isle of Marie. I think it's spelled Maris. It derives from a song that was written in the 1840s called Little Mohi. There are other similar type songs as well. One day, while out walking on a far distant land, I went into an alehouse for a half hour to pass. And as I sat down with my smoke and my glass, who should come in but a young Indian lass? Well, she sat down beside me and she gave me her hand, saying, "Young man, you're a stranger, you're not one of my clan. But if you be contented for to stroll along with me, I will teach you the language of the Isle of Marie." "Oh no, my fair maiden, this just cannot be. For I have my own true love in my own country. To deceive her I would never, for I know she loves me. I will not marry the lass from Marie. Well, the last time I met her was down by the strand, where she sighed and she kissed me and she gave me her hand, saying, if you will return to the one you adore, will you think of the Indian you left on the shore? And when I arrived in my own country, all my friends and relations were there to greet me, but my love had deceived me no more. She loved me. I'll go back and I'll marry the lass from Marie.
Woo! Amazing.
Beautiful. Thanks, Donie.
Thank you, Donie. There's a song that I always request that Donie sings when we play together, and I always think of this Caledonia, and it's not Caledonia. I love Caledonia, but it's another one with a woman's name, Nadine. Oh. Have you heard this?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Donie to sing it on a future session.
Yeah.
I love that. That's probably my favorite one that he sings. I don't even know why. It's just a simple, beautiful song. Okay, there's a lot of great lyric submissions happening.
Yeah.
And they're still happening. So I was going to announce a winner now, but why don't you keep going, and I'll announce it after this next one, because there's a lot of good stuff in the comments there. Mm-hmm. And we have the ability to put comments on the screen now, which I'm like obsessed with, as you know. But if they're really long, they don't look right. So we can't put them on the screen, unfortunately, but we'll announce the winner in just a second. Okay. But before we go to the next tune set, very, very exciting. I think this requires a drum roll, because it's this right here that we're going to announce.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me find a good one.
I couldn't hear it. Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really soft. Okay, that was James Yoshizawa on the Baron, by the way. So a bunch of us in the original Mario's session community have been working on a project. The code name for the project is Food Supply. You might understand where we got that from. But we are doing the official announcement right now on the session. And the reason is because we're wondering if you all want to help us with the project. So here's what we're doing. As you might know, Mario makes amazing shepherd's pies. And we just happen to have one in our freezer.
Which we are going to eat for dinner.
And Mary didn't burn this. I burned it by putting it in the oven. So don't look at that part. But Mary makes these amazing shepherd's pies, and we always eat them when we go to play the actual session. Now, a few of us got together and decided that we wanted to try to help both at-need communities in New York and Mary by creating Food Supply. And so the way this works is we put a new product on Mary's Scone website. It's worth one shepherd's pie that will get delivered to seniors in Queens by the New York Irish Center. If you know Mary, she is constantly donating food to community organizations, like all the time. And so we're helping her by essentially sponsoring a whole lot of shepherd's pies, and those are going to go to the New York Irish Center. They're going to pick them up, deliver them to seniors who are at risk and experiencing isolation. And we all know how difficult this year has been.
It's a super cool project.
So it got announced earlier today, just on Facebook and in the email. You might have received it. And we were going for 60 pies to be delivered on December 2nd. We have already actually gotten 60 pies, so we upped it to 120 so that we can make 2 deliveries. So the idea is that we're going to keep doing this if it's successful, which it looks to be.
Yeah.
But let me just check how many pies have currently been sold. Okay, as of this moment, 68.
68 pies.
Yeah,
Wow.
so the current goal is another 52 to bring us to 2 deliveries of 60. The first delivery will be on December 2nd, and the second one has not been scheduled yet because we didn't know this was going to be so successful. So if you would like to help, you can go to marios.company.site, that amazing website address. And there's only 2 products on there. There's the scones, which you might have already gotten, and there's the shepherd's pie. So to support the effort, you can go in the shepherd's pie and buy however many shepherd's pies you want.
Yes.
Which will go to the seniors. So there you go. Have fun with that. I'm so excited about this project. And I want to say thank you to Rogan and Bob and Sarah and Mimi. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody.
I don't actually know who is in food supply.
That's true. You're not on the board of
I'm
food
not
supply.
on the board.
But we've been working on this for a while, and we're super excited.
If you wanted to see the listing, we have a picture, a screenshot.
Yes.
You could see several pictures of the pies.
Yes.
It's $16 for 1 pie.
Yep.
Delivered to a senior in Queens.
Yes. Okay, so you can head over there and do that whenever you want. Well, we have, I think this is also a song, right?
Yes, we have a song from Mick now.
Great. Okay,
Cool.
Here we go.
Going to sing a song called the Bantry Girls' Lament. I learned it over 45 years ago from the late Tim Lyons. He was a great singer. He lived in Newmarket in Ferguson, County Clare. And I met Tim over in London when I was living there, when I was performing with the Johnsons back in the 60s. And then we never lost contact. And even after I went to America, every time I went home to Ireland, I always met up with Tim. And we had a session. He was a great melodeon player. He played for a while with the group De Donnan, and I met him in America, indeed, touring with that group. But just about every time I went back to Ireland for 40 years, I've been in America now for 48 years, I met Tim, and very sadly he passed away about 2 years ago. One of the great singers, one of the great characters, a very genial man and great company, and I miss him, of course. But he lives on through his great music and his great songs. And I remember learning this song from him. I heard him sing it in the town of Lahinch in County Clare back in the mid-1970s on one of my earliest trips back to Ireland from America. And it's called the Bantry Girls' Lament, and it's not Bantry in County Cork, apparently. It's Bantry in County Waterford. And it mentions hurling, and Bantry is a big hurling stronghold in County Waterford. It's hard to know what the song is actually about. I've been trying to find out for years. It could be about the Irish fighting in continental wars. It could also be about the Irish Americans fighting in the Spanish-American War. Either way, it's a great song, the Bantry Girls' Lament. Oh, who will plough the fields now, and who will sell the corn, and who will watch the sheep now and keep them neatly shorn, and the stack that's in the haggard unto Rashid may remain, since Johnny's gone a thrashing in the foreign land of Spain. The girls from the Bono in sorrow may retire, and the piper and his bellows they go home and blow the fire. For Lonely Johnny is sailing o'er the main, along with other patriots to fight the King of Spain. Oh, the boys will sorely miss him when Moneyball comes around, and they'll grieve that their brave captain is nowhere to be found. And the peelers must stand idle against their will and grain, since the valiant boy that gave them work now feels the King of Spain. At wakes or hurling matches, your likes we'll never see, till you come home again to us a story no complete. And to won't you trouble the buckings that gave us great disdain, because our eyes are not as bright as those you'll meet in Spain. And if cruel fate should not permit our Johnny to return, his dreadful loss we Bantry girls will never cease to mourn. We resign ourselves to our sad lot and die in grief and pain, since Johnny's died a hero in the foreign land of Spain.
Excellent. Okay, I'm entirely distracted by all of the amazing submissions for lyrics here. I've forgotten what I'm even supposed to be doing at this time. Do you remember?
Halftime is next.
Oh, it's halftime. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, we should announce that.
We need to announce the judgeship.
Yeah, okay. We're going to announce the judgeship. I mean, I can't, I've got like five top choices here. Okay, but I think what I'm going to do is award it to somebody who has not participated, to my knowledge, in one of our contests, because we do have a lot of people who are frequent chatters, and okay, so there's so many good ones. It's impossible to choose, but we're going to choose. This is for the judgeship. Okay, so Margie Bailey, "The World is Always Turning Towards the Morning."
That's good.
It's short and hopeful, and okay, so Margie, you got to stick around now until the second part of the contest is announced, which I'll do that in a second. And then there's going to be another contest, and then whoever wins that, Margie's going to decide, gets the hot sauce. Maybe, Margie, you can confirm that you're still in the session before we move forward. That would be bad if Margie had to leave.
Well, we have second place and third place.
Oh, we have so many
more.
Basically, everybody is eligible for the judgeship at this point. Everybody was really good. The honorable mentions were Susan Walsh and Mimi. I loved yours. I loved Mimi's.
Yeah, Mimi's
and
is great. Alicia.
I assume that what you put, Alicia, is lyrics. It was about the words that I'm saying to an animal, they mean nothing, or something like that. Yeah, I'm assuming that's from a song, which you should probably tell us what that is, because that sounds great. Okay, so it is. Oh, fancy. Mm-hmm. Nice. Wow, tech. It's really good. Okay, so this is the halftime, and of course we have a poem from Mimi for the halftime.
Hi, Mario's friends. A very especially bad poem tonight. Really bad. Tonight it is Thursday, late in November, and I'm feeling thanks this year to remember. I also feel angry and sad. That is true. There's plenty of bad stuff to think about too. But when Thursday night comes, I set bad stuff aside and joined friends old and new from far and from wide to delight in great tunes, TJ's jokes, wit from Harris, pictures of nature as pretty as Paris, Angela's photos, James's drums, Caitlin's jokes, all this and more, and Chris's brilliant keystrokes. Without Tune Supply Thursdays, I'd be boat without rudder. How lucky we are to have one another. Happy Thanksgiving. Please chip in, keep this going. Stay safe, be well, eat your kibble.
Wow.
Amos got a lot of kibble during that.
Made out. That's good.
I like Amos's coat. I guess it's getting to be like pretty cold outside.
Yeah, it's quite cold out actually.
Yeah, that's great. Amos was only interested in the kibble, I think,
Naturally.
not so much in being filmed. Although Amos is like a movie star now because he's in the video every time. Okay, so yes, please throw a few bucks into the contribution box. I'm having so much fun thinking about games and lyrics today. I keep forgetting to put it in the comments, but the link is there and it's down in the description. And of course, that is how we pay our leaders and keep the show going. So throw a few bucks in there if you're able. We have a few community pictures, not too many, but let's go ahead and show the ones that we have, and then I'll announce the second part of the game. So
Angela sent this in.
Yes, and I mean lyrics don't really translate to pictures, although I have to say, like, I like reading lyrics as poetry.
Right.
So everybody will have to go check these out afterwards. Bonnie Light Horseman, which I always think of Liz Hanley singing this.
She sang it on the session a couple months ago.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Okay. Good. This is not lyrics,
but it has to do with it has to do with it, kind of.
Okay.
So I have to remember Bob Binghamon sent this picture in, and this is on the way to Swananoa, actually on the Blue Ridge Parkway, with Mary Beth Oakes, and so he was saying his favorite tune is Mountain Road. Nice. So that's the connection, is Mountain Road.
Okay, good. And one more. From TJ. These are some Alan Doyle lyrics. Yes,
and I actually don't know this song, but TJ said it's become kind of like an informal anthem during the pandemic because it's called "It's Okay," and it's about keeping going during difficult times. So I'm gonna have to check that one out myself. That's just from Alan Doyle's website, so you can go check that out.
Cool, great, good submissions, everyone.
Okay, so the second part of the contest is actually, it's kind of on the subject of lyrics as poetry. Okay. So you need to create a line, a lyric, okay? So it can be... It's a writing contest. It's a writing contest, and I love writing, as you probably know, since I write too much in the emails. So, like, we're looking at no more than 1 or 2 lines of text. Please don't write an essay. Actually, I think YouTube will prevent you from writing an essay. Yeah, you're limited to, like, a few hundred characters. So you could write a line of poetry or a line from an imaginary song. Or I suppose if you have already written a song, you could write a lyric from your song. But it can't be from, like, an existing lyric that you already know. You got to create some sort of little tiny bit of poetry or lyrics. Okay, and Margie Bailey is the judge, so go ahead and put your submissions in as soon as you have them. I know this is a little tough and you weren't expecting to do work at the session, but Margie, maybe wait a few minutes, and then as soon as you see one that you like, announce the winner, and that person will get the hot sauce delivered to them in the mail. Okay. We have another special guest. This is Flynn Cohen. We have never met Flynn, like many of the people on the session, but he's become a Tune Supply favorite, and I asked if he wanted to be on the session because he hasn't yet, and so he recorded some tunes for us. And Flynn plays a whole bunch of different types of music, right? Yes, that is my understanding. Yeah, but he plays. He's playing an Irish tune on the mandolin, and I believe this is the first instance of mandolin on the session. Is that true? I think so. That can't be true. I can't remember anybody else playing mandolin. Wasn't there mandolin on Boston session? Oh, maybe. I think there was. Laura Fedderson. Darn it. I thought it was the second instance of mandolin. Second instance of mandolin. Flynn Cohen.
Hey folks, welcome to this Tune Supply session. My name is Flynn Cohen, and I'll be playing a couple of rolls on my beautiful 99-year-old Gibson mandolin here. 2 tunes that I learned from a record called Molloy Brady Peoples from the late 70s, called Matt Peoples Reels. I know there's other names for these tunes. Try to track them down for you. First one's in A minor, second one's in D major, and I have an accompaniment that you can't see in the video here called a shruti box, which I'll be playing with my feet. and it's going to be droning on a D chord the whole time. So if you're an accompanist, don't be disturbed. Okay, enjoy, and have fun playing along.
the background and Flynn's outfit. He actually wrote us an email. And he said, I hope he's not going to get embarrassed by me saying this, but he said, I watched some of the other stuff and I see a lot of t-shirts and beards on the session, and I was wondering if it's okay if I dress up a little bit. And I said, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love dressing up, absolutely. Yeah. And of course, I appreciate that he did that. Yeah. It was very nice. Okay, so my prompt for the game, I realize it's really difficult. It requires some thinking, but we've got some suggestions coming in. So far, yeah. I hope our judge is still here. If not, we'll reassign the judgeship.
Yes.
Margie, let us know if you're still in the comments. Otherwise, I have a second place winner for the judgeship. But we'll just keep going with this and see if you might take some time to get the creative juices flowing.
I think so.
Okay, we have two other really cool things to announce tonight. The first one is somewhat jokingly called Tradvent. So we had the idea a few days ago. I was in the shower or something, and I came out and I said, I have a great idea, which usually means it's a terrible idea.
Confirmed.
But, yeah. But I was thinking we should do an advent calendar for tunes. Unassociated with any particular holiday, just celebrating the season.
Generically, Tradvent.
Yeah. So, and then it was a couple of hours later that I said to Chris, I have an even better idea. We should call it Tradvent. And there was a groan. But anyways, we made it happen, and we've got 30 artists who are on board to provide performances, and 6 of them are doing lessons as part of Tradvent.
Yes.
So how it works is you sign up, and I think Chris has a picture of the poster I made somewhere.
There's been a winner announced, but I'll show you this picture first.
Great, okay. Excellent. So the Tradvent is going to run from December 8th to January 1st, actually be the last day, and we're going to do a special finale performance, just a short one, on January 1st for everybody who is in the Tradvent group. And here's the part that I'm really excited about. You get a scratch-off calendar in the mail with the artists' names underneath each of the numbers. I'm so excited about this.
It's going to be fun.
It's being custom designed right now and printed by this company that does scratch-off cards. It's so great. So you have to sign up on, or it's in our store. Do we have a screenshot of the store? Yeah, okay. This is my beautiful picture of it. If you go over to store.tune.supply, it's right there, and then you can just have the card sent to you or to your friend, whoever you want, and you can be in Tradvent. Okay.
Okay, big news.
Okay, the big news. Yeah,
a winner has been announced.
I'm talking too much.
Margie has announced the winner. So the winner here is Peter Rahill.
Oh!
With the lyric here. Let me see if I can find the lyric. Oh, here it is. This is a good lyric. I quit eating between meals like I quit drinking between beers. I can relate, Peter.
It's good. It's good. And I think Peter writes a lot of music.
Yeah, he says that's one of his own.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so Peter, you are the lucky recipient of the Bronx Green Market hot sauce, and I have your address because you have won previous contests. So we will get that in the mail to you, and we'll keep doing games, not every time because it's a lot.
Peter is good at winning Tunes of Light contests.
Yes, and you know who
There's
else?
Michael Eskin is also really good at winning Tunes of Light contests
because he has the fastest internet in the land. And also Harris Rothman is very good at the puns.
Yes.
Yeah. There's some clever folks out there.
Folks.
Okay, great. So Tradvent is over on the store. I'll put the link in there. We already have, I think, 45 people signed up for Tradvent.
45 people want Tradvent.
I'm super excited about this.
I don't know who wouldn't want Tradvent.
Oh, I forgot to say of course, how you get the video. So every day there'll be an email delivered to your inbox at where we decided 2 p.m. The email will come, and then that's how you will go to the video for each day. There you go. That was our crazy idea that we're putting into action.
Did we say the dates? Because it's Tradvent.
Yeah.
You already said this.
I did, but I'll say it again.
Great.
It doesn't start on December 1st because mostly because I was late. I mean, I want to say that it's for some other reason, but it's not. Okay,
it's because it's Tradvent and not Advent. So Tradvent starts 8 days later.
Tradvent is traditionally starting on December 8th.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so it starts on December 8th, and it runs through January 1st will be the last day. So you have to get your order in by the last day of November is what we decided, because we got to get the cards out to you so you can scratch off. Yep. Okay, there you go. Tunes.
We got another set. Yeah, we got a set of jigs from Brenda and Mick and Haley. So we'll go over to them now.
So next up is 3 jigs. We're going to play the Leitrim Fancy as suggested by Haley. Leitrim, I think, is one of the best counties in Ireland. If you haven't been, if you can travel again anytime soon, go get yourself to Leitrim, especially to one of my favourite places in the world, the Arigna coal mines, which are amazing. And you can look them up on Wikipedia or on Google or something and find out all about the wonders of the Arigna coal mines. After that, actually it was quite funny. Myself and Haley were over and back about what jigs to do, and the first message we sent crossed over. I sent a soundbite saying, let's try this jig, and I said I don't know the name of it, and she said, why don't we try the Tar Road to Sligo? And it turns out they're the same jig, so that was quite a coincidence. And we'll finish with what we all are, wandering minstrels on Kyoto Phonic, the wandering minstrel. So enjoy these and play along if you can. I should count us in. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, awesome. Who's that?
Anonymous.
Oh, that's Anonymous. Yeah. Anonymous wrote some good lyrics there a moment ago in the chat. Kim Harris was saying that, all she said was sitars, which is true. That was a true sitar set. Yes. Okay, and don't forget that you can, if it's still too fast,
slow it down.
You can slow it down in real time on YouTube, or you can go back and slow it down. You push what do you push? Like the little wheel button.
Push the wheel, and then
at the bottom of your screen, and then you can slow us down. Mimi reported once, I think it was Mimi, said that if you slow us down, we sound like we're drunk.
Huh.
Which probably is true.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more really exciting announcement. I feel like today's all about cool announcements for holiday stuff that's coming up. But Tune Supply, us and Avocado, are doing 2 more of our epic concerts. We haven't done an epic concert in a while, but we're going to do one for Thanksgiving and one for Christmas or the holiday season. And the Thanksgiving one is on Thanksgiving, so it's 1 week from tonight. Takes the place of the session, so there's no session next week. Although I suppose you could play along if you wanted to.
If you know the tunes.
And we've got 60 plus musicians. I kind of lose track after 50, so it's like 65. I think, right?
Mid-60s. Yeah,
mid-60s.
I don't know. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And folks from 6 different countries are joining us. Yeah. Some people who have already been on our Tune Supply stuff, and some people who are new to us.
Yeah.
I mentioned that Natalie Haas and Kevin Burke will be joining the concert, which I'm really excited about. And do we have a poster? Oh, we put.
We do.
We had Anna Carlton make the poster again, and she put all of the names on that poster on the right.
You probably can't actually read it.
No, it's mostly for effect.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people. Anyway, so it's next week on Thanksgiving, and the idea is that hopefully, if you're not with your family, well, you can of course tune in if you're with your family, but we know that lots of people are not going to be able to travel or be with their loved ones this holiday, so we're hoping that we can help out with that and play some tunes and some music and have some chat and fun virtually. Yeah. Since it's quite a strange year. But that will be 6 p.m. Eastern 1 week from tonight.
Yep.
And of course, there's more information about that over on the website and all that. I'll put the links in the comments. Okay, I think we have one more. Is this a song?
We do. We have a song to finish up from Mick.
Yeah. Okay, enjoy.
Right.
Well, I'm going to sing for you a song that I've known now for a good many years, about 3.5 decades, I think. I got it from Cathal McConnell, and I learned it, of all places, in the New England football team stadium, the Patriots Stadium up there near Boston, Sullivan Stadium. And what in the name of God, says you, was I doing learning a song at a football stadium? Well, there was an Irish festival that took place. It only happened there 1 year. It was run by Brian O'Donovan, who was the stadium manager at that time, as I understand. Brian O'Donovan is a Cork man who runs a wonderful series of Christmas concerts every year, runs a radio program, WGBH, one of the finest programs of Celtic music in America, and he also runs a lot of other concerts at St. Patrick's Day and other times of the year. Anyway, Cathal McConnell came in and said, I have a great new song for you, and I've been singing it ever since, on and off. And it's called Welcoming Paddy Home. And I often introduce it as the only song I know about a man who actually goes back from America to Ireland. We've all these thousands of songs of immigration about people coming from Ireland to America, but only one about going back to Ireland. And I introduced it always as that. And then a man came up to me once and he said, that's not a song about a man going back to Ireland at all. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's a song about a man talking about going back to Ireland. And I said, God, you're right. But anyway, it's a great song. It's called Welcoming Paddy Home. And of course, joining me in this is Brendas Castles and Haley Richardson. I am a true-born Irishman, and that I will never deny. I was born in the sweet Tipperary, me boys, 3,000 miles away. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun that will shine in the harvest time to welcome poor Paddy home. The girls so neat and so frisky, they'll take you by the hand, saying, Paddy, a Cree, won't you come with me? Come back to your native land. Hooray, boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun that will shine in the harvest time to welcome poor Paddy home. Then in came the faraway stranger, and he scattered all over the land, the horse and the cow, the goat and the sow fell into the stranger's hands. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun that will shine in the harvest time to welcome poor Paddy home. The Scotsman may boast of the thistle, and the English can boast of the rose, but Paddy can boast of the Emerald Isle, where the dear little shamrock grows. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun that will shine in the harvest time to welcome poor Paddy home. I am a true-born Irishman, and that I will never deny. I was born in the sweet Tipperary, me boys, 3,000 miles away. Hooray, boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun that will shine in the harvest time to welcome poor Paddy home.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Oh, this brings back memories of playing gigs with Mick, which just brings back memories of gigs.
Remember gigs?
It's fading. It's fading by the
I
day.
don't really remember gigs.
No. Do you remember playing for humans that you can see?
No.
It seems like a strange thing to do.
Yeah.
No. Oh my goodness. What a strange time. It was really interesting on a tangent here about playing with other people. We did get to play some tunes with real people recently, and it like lights up a different part of your brain.
Yeah. Talking about in Anchorage?
Yeah.
At the session? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if people might not know, we were up in Alaska for a few months and got to play at an outdoor session in Anchorage while we were there. Heat lamps and all. It's great.
Yeah. And float planes and things.
Yeah. But that was the first time we'd played with other humans, right? Since,
I don't
know, before the pandemic. since March, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's just, you can feel your brain it lights up a language center or something. I think to actually play with other humans. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully, if we all wear our masks and wash our hands, we can get back together soon. Okay. 2 more items of silliness here to abruptly change the topic. Mm-hmm. First one is really quick. If you've signed up for the Moo number 5, which is the Mary O's on screen, where we put everybody on screen who wants to, that is going to happen at the end of December. You're going to record before that, but then we will put it up on the end of December as a kind of end of year thing. So hang tight. We have everybody's names in the spreadsheet, and in a week or 2, once we get past the Thanksgiving concert, we'll send you all the information for that. Yeah. So you were probably wondering, I know, spending all your day wondering, like, when is Caitlin going to email?
Practicing the tunes. Learning the tunes, practicing. It's not wasted. Don't worry.
No.
It's happening.
It's still happening. You just have a few more weeks to get your tunes in order, so hang tight. Second thing is, this is really silly and really fun. We are, in partnership with Maggie McCallie, who is Rogan McCallie's sister, we are producing an 80s-inspired Irish trad workout video. I'm just gonna say it. That's what's happening.
You just have to say it.
You just have to say it. Yeah.
There's no way to gloss over it or to smooth it out.
Nope. It's gonna be great. And the code name for this one is Trad Bod, like Dad Bod, but Trad Bod.
So this was inspired by Maggie's Halloween costume. Some of you probably saw the Halloween session, which was the theme was dress as a tune, right? So Maggie had a brilliant costume, which was gym wards, like gymnasium wards.
It's so.
Which we have a picture of here. Yeah. I mean, it speaks for itself. Yeah.
And so Maggie and I decided that we should put together an actual 80s workout video called Trad Bod. And Maggie has created some examples for you all, because what we're hoping, I know it's a big ask, but we're hoping that some of you will send us your video clips of Irish traditional music related workouts. Okay,
and we've had a few submissions already.
Including from Margot Krimmel.
Margot sent in a brilliant, I'm not going to give it away, but she's got some brilliant ideas.
And who was the other one that sent one in? I'm forgetting.
Oh.
There was a hopscotch.
Oh, shoot. Yes.
I can't remember. But anyways, we have some good...
I can look it up really
quick. Good submissions. And it can be as silly as you want. As soon as Chris is looking up this name... Oh, wow. You're so fast. Oh, Sally Brennan. Yes. Right. So you're in good company with Sally Brennan and Margot Krimmel, having started the videos off. We have an example video here that Maggie prepared of something that you might want to do. So here's another example. Oh.
That's the Trad Bod circuit, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so you can see this is entirely silly. The idea is to take our minds off of the craziness in the world and just have a little fun. And there will be an amazing 80s inspired soundtrack to go with this, which we don't even know what it's going to be, but it's going to be good.
I guess we have to create that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to do this, send an email to me so I can send you the information, because we didn't send it out to the whole group just because we wanted to keep it only to people who want to do it. So the email address is tunes@tune.supply, and just send us an email and say, I want into Trad Bod, and we will get you hooked
up. We'll know what that means.
Okay, we're going to play one more set.
Peter's got a good submission here. All about that bass.
Oh, that's good.
That's good, yeah.
Okay, Peter, you got to make a video. You got to make a video. So we have one more set of tunes for you to play along to this evening. Let's do that, and we'll do our thank yous and stuff after that.
What do we play? I forgot.
I don't know. I don't think Peter Shug is here, unfortunately. But in honor of Peter Shug, who gave us this amazing bag, we're going to play the tune that I always associate with him, which is the Slockit Light, to start off with. And then we're going to play 2 3-part reels after that. The first one is Trip to Durrow, which is Mario's favorite. And then the second one is Over the Moor to Maggie, which just popped in my head today. And it's one of my favorite tunes, but I don't play it very often. So I was thinking we could break it out.
Yeah.
So we will end up with those 2. Go ahead and join in with us. We'll just do these 1 time through on the waltz, and then 2 times on the reels, since they're both 3-part reels. Okay, and as as Bob correctly noted, my cable died during the first set, so we're just gonna play for this mic, and we're gonna
wing it, and it's gonna be what it is. I'll turn it down here just a hair.
Okay. Do you want me to play a few notes?
Play a few notes.
Live sound check. Okay, we can do this for the sound check. That should be my new sound check. Okay, so Slockit Lace. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I messed up the second to last note.
Oh no.
That's disappointing. My finger just decided, you know what, I've had enough.
Yeah.
That's enough. That sounded great.
That was fun. Yeah, it was nice. Good speed. Not too fast.
No, it was great. Yeah. And somebody said that, somebody asked what type of keyboard you're playing.
This is a good question actually, because I bought this keyboard simply to have a crappy keyboard to practice on at home like a couple years ago or a year ago. I don't know. Because for a long time I didn't have a keyboard and I would just rent studio space when I needed to practice piano, which is quite expensive. So I bought basically the cheapest decent keyboard you could get. It was like
also
less than $1,000.
The smallest was
it's a perfect New York size keyboard. Yeah. It's like this. It's barely wider than the keys itself. Yeah. It's a Casio Privia. It's nothing fancy. And then pandemic hit. And all of a sudden, I have a glorified toy piano.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, I should probably get a real professional level instrument.
It
good. Does its job.
It's really lucky that you had it when everything happened, because it's probably very difficult to get one.
It was probably impossible to get a keyboard.
Like we couldn't get microphones or cameras or anything like that.
For a long time.
I like it. I think it's cute.
It is cute. That's true.
And it's perfect size for a New York apartment. Yeah. That one we had in Alaska that you may have seen was gigantic. Oh my goodness.
But it was really nice. It was nice.
Don't get any ideas now. That was too big. It's too big.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't have to move it like we were moving it around Alaska.
That's true.
We had to sit in the apartment.
That's true. What I didn't like about that piano was we had to put it in the car, and it took up the entire car.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's all we have.
Yeah, that's it. We're doing good on time here. Yeah. So do you want to do the thank yous?
Yeah. It was really, really special to have Mick and Brenda.
Yes.
And Haley's first appearance on the Mario session. So that was
and on
cool.
Toon Supply.
And on Toon Supply. Yep. So thanks to all of you guys. And our special guests, Flynn Cohen and Donie Carroll.
Yes.
Also, both of their first appearances on Toon Supply.
Yes, we had a lot of firsts today. And it was like Brenda's 10th appearance.
Brenda's a veteran. And Mick's been on a few times.
He's been on a few times, yeah. So it was a good mixture and a real honor for us to have all of these folks.
Yes.
As I certainly enjoy all of their music and have great respect for them. And it's funny for me to have Mick on the session. It just brings everything full circle, at least for me. Okay, and then don't forget that all the interesting things that are happening. I know we're always telling you about stuff, but
Trad Vent, Trad Bod, Trad Thanksgiving.
Yes, next week.
Donating shepherd's pies.
But that's food supply.
Food supply.
Oh, and TJ announced the number of pies that were.
What is the current number?
Let me go back here. He said it somewhere up here. It was like 80 or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're aiming for 120. I'm not sure how many have been sold. I think there's only 30 or so more that we need in order to do our 2 deliveries to seniors.
Buy pies. If you're deciding whether to throw money in this box or the pie box, just throw it in the pies.
Yeah.
Buy pies.
Throw it in the pie box.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and then next week, if you come here next week, there will be a concert happening. So that's totally fine if you forget about that. But it's starting earlier at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
6 Eastern on Thanksgiving Day. Bring your family. Bring your friends.
Well, but separately. Send them the link.
You could Zoom while watching the concert or something.
Okay, that's getting
fun, right?
that's getting complicated, but that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Or you could just come and chat in the chat box if you want to. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you for joining us, and we are really looking forward to seeing you hopefully next week for the big concert.
All right.
Okay. Good night.